Welcome to Coaching Uncovered. I am Ujjaval Buch, and in this series, I speak with coaches who have walked the path, done the inner work, and now creating a real impact. These are the stories of reflection, courage, and clarity, and I hope they inspire you as well wherever you are. Today, I have a pleasure of welcoming Dr. Smit Matalia for this conversation. Dr. Smit is a renowned orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine specialist, ICF credential coach, and also now on the way to become health and wellness coach, certified by National Board of Health and Wellness Coaching in the United States. Dr. Smit has a unique combination of being a precision surgeon and along with that, a coach. So some of our coaching competencies he practiced already in his surgery and while treating with his patients. He treats his patient like a coach for many years now, and now he's a coach for almost 2 to 3 years. So thank you, Dr. Smit, for your time.
Thank you for welcoming me in this conversation.
Most welcome. And if we can start with just asking you a little bit about what was happening in your life when you started or you were thinking of starting a coaching journey?
I have always been intrigued by transformation, what causes a change in a person's life. I was always reading those kinds of books and following people who write on in this genre. And at the same time, my wife was also a coach, so she inspired me to take up this journey because it was a way of thinking for me. And at that same time, when I met you, you pushed me and nudged me, and so I just jumped into it, took a leap of faith, and I entered into that certification program. Yeah,
absolutely. And I would like to acknowledge you for your passion, your perseverance, and you made it to the T. So just like maybe your medical education, you took it wholeheartedly and went through. So if I may ask you that when you went through the coaching certification, can you recall any personal shifts or personal transformation moment that came up for you?
Yes, there were, I think, quite a few personal transformation moments or personal insights that I got about myself in each of those classes when different topics or concepts were discussed. And especially I became more aware about myself, more aware about my thoughts, about my feelings. One of the most important thing was that everybody perceives the lives in a very different way, not only the way that I perceive the life. So that was, I think, an important learning from me, and that allowed me to become more calm and more patient with other people, with my family members, with the staff in my hospital, and also with my other friends. So that made me more curious about people, how they think, what do they think, and why do they think like this or behave in a certain way. So that was not initially, I was not like that a person. I used to get judge people, and occasionally used to get, there was a resentment within me, why people are behaving in such a way. But now I become more curious about their behaviors, and I see where they are coming from. Yeah, that is one of the major shifts that has happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a witness to that. I have witnessed, you practicing coaching in various walks of life and your work. So maybe if it is okay for you to share any key learning from your coach training program that helped you change the way you show up for your work, with your family members, for your leisure time, anything that you wish to share there?
Yeah, especially after this coaching program that I did, and I did this certification and credentialing exams, the things that I think predominantly has been changed. I have decided myself, once, for example, in case of profession, whenever the patient enters my cabin and sits in me, I'm quite sure, tell myself, I will not speak till the patient stops speaking. So that has been a very important thing, and I always ask them what else, after they finish. And once they say that there's nothing else, and that's when I start my questions that I needed to ask to patients. So that allows my patients to express themselves, whatever issues they have, so they feel that they are heard, they are more listened to, and they have been given time. And also with my family members, especially I think my relationship with my brother has improved, as it took me, especially the family constellation that was done during the certification process, that helped me improve my relationship with my brother. And also, as I became more calm in the family, the people around me also have become much more calmer and much more happier. I think that has been some of the major shifts that has happened in my, and as I've employed whatever I've learned in this coaching program into my real life. Yeah.
And also, Smit, you found your new calling into holistic health and wellness coaching. So you are a very well-known orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, and of course arthroscopist. So apart from the orthopedic realm of medicine and surgery, now you work with several clients to transform their health, transform their lifestyle. So how coaching approach helping you there to you and your clients?
Yeah, especially last 6 to 8 months, once you gifted me that book of Peter Attia, I become much more intrigued in health and wellness, and I realized these lifestyle disorders that people are significantly facing, and especially in India, it is an epidemic. If I want to bring awareness to my clients, to my patients, that these are reversible disorders, with proper lifestyle, with proper nutrition, exercise and sleep, these diseases can be reversed, and a lot of pain and the morbidity that they're going to experience in the future can be prevented. That was, I think, in last 6-8 months, that was a significant event in my life that made me to jump into this health and wellness space. And my idea is to evoke awareness within my clients that this is the challenges that we are going to face in the future, and they need to be aware about it and start implementing and taking action right now. So that was one of my main things that drove me to go for health and wellness, and hopefully influence my clients to adopt a better lifestyle.
So any particular frameworks or tools, techniques that you use in evoking awareness and eliciting transformation in the clients?
Yeah, quite a few that I have been taught in my certification journey. There are many favorites, I would say, but some of the favorites are the Hazen Moon's communication model. The dialogic orientation quadrant has helped me a lot when I invite my client to, whenever they go in the past, either if it's a resourceful past, go into the resourceful past and see what strengths they have. And if they go into the regretful past, I ask them to go, what did you learn from it? And from that resourceful past, they are able to see the preferred future where they want to go. So I always take them to the resourceful past and see what the preferred future would be. I help them visualize the crystal clear visualization of what the future they want to be. Of course I use the Theory U model also over there. So these are one of my favorites, Hazen Moon's. And apart from that, I also like appreciative inquiry. I believe that whenever you require a positive action or a positive conversation is required. And for a positive conversation, there has to be a positive question. And for a positive question, there has to be a positive belief in the client's ability to change himself. So that's, I think, is a beautiful concept of appreciative inquiry, and it never allows you to go into the negative space. It always remains in the positive states, and that makes a lot of change. Yeah.
And when you started coaching for first few sessions, any lesson that you remember, say from your first 5 sessions, that you still carry with you?
First few sessions were quite, I would say, to be honest, to be erratic, because I was so excited to coach, and there was I wanted my transformations for my clients. So in that process, occasionally the presence is lost, occasionally there's a solution, the advising things comes on. But as we do it more, we get matured, we just are more in the listening mode. So this is one of the lessons that I have learned after my few sessions, is to just be present, keep on listening, and see what emerges out of you after that. Yeah. So that is one of the learnings. Yeah.
Any challenges that you must have faced, and how did you overcome it?
Challenges, I would say, initially it was about I being a consultant orthopedic surgeon. Initially, I feel I used to provide I should provide a solution to my clients or to my patients whenever they approach me, because that's what I get paid for in my real life. And so 20 years my mind is conditioned to provide the solutions to my patients. And now here in coaching, it's all about evoking or drawing the wisdom of the client out by making them aware, more aware about their strengths and their abilities. So it was a bit challenging initially, but then I realized an idea that once a client is there is the awareness is evoked within a client, it can never go back to that original state, and then the transformation happens. So yeah, I'm still learning on that path of not advising the client or not suggesting the client or not directing the client, but let the things happen in that way. It's still a journey for me, but I'm enjoying this process.
Yeah. So allowing the process and client's wisdom to take over.
Take over. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Any in the same breath, if I can ask you, any breakthrough moments with your client, either you had or client had, and that is making you having that sense of pride and fulfillment?
Yes, I think that happened recently. I was coaching a couple about regarding the health and wellness. The husband had gained significant weight, and the wife had become a pre-diabetic, and both of them were quite concerned and anxious. And so I started coaching with them. They were initially my patients, but then I talked about them, I can coach you through, and fortunately they agreed. And it has been a 3 to 4 months journey, and the wife's medicine is already stopped. And the husband, today morning only, he reported that now he's able to run 30 minutes continuously. So he was so happy, and he said that I've never done this before in my life. And he was so much thankful, and they were so much excited about themselves, that makes me feel very contented that what I am learning, I'm applying, and that thing is giving results. Yeah.
So what did you do to evoke that transformation in them?
Yeah, I used initially. I've been taught in this coaching profession. The most important thing is to make the client realize the vision. Initially, of course, they come to us for a fear-based thing, but that has to change from a fear-based change to a vision-based change. They must have a crystal clear visualization of the future that they want to achieve, and that crystal clear visualization will draw them, will pull them to take action towards what they want to go. And the discipline within the client will always push them. So first thing that I made was establish a wellness vision. Then what are the possible obstacles they can face, we discuss about that. And then we started off with small steps, and that's how we started this journey.
And that reminds me of one of the principles of appreciative inquiry that you just talked a while back, that human systems move in the direction of the image of the future they hold in their mind.
Yes, very well.
Any haziness or clarity of that image will help them or not help them in taking the actions in the present moment. So, yeah, very, very well said. So, I know you are going to be a lifelong coach and probably one of the first health and wellness certified coaches in India from NBHWC in the US. So, if you have to think about how coaching has transformed you so far, anything you would like to add there?
I would like to add that coaching has transformed me. It has given me a lot of optimism. I would say optimism about my future, optimism about the people's future that whom I will come in contact with. It makes me very much excited, and I'm really excited to look forward to coaching, finding new people, finding new clients to work with them. So that makes my, I think, life much more excited. Apart from my regular professional work, it makes me much more exciting, and I'm blessed that I keep on meeting new people every day. So I keep on practicing my coaching things. So that makes me very much always, I'm always in the fun of doing the coaching process. Yeah.
Wonderful. And if I can ask you, you mentioned about being optimistic. So how much are you optimistic about the future of coaching in India and overall in the world?
I think I'm very optimistic about the future of coaching. I think it is a need of the hour. I feel that people are, they always look for things to become the better version of themselves. And coaching can be a perfect tool which they can use as a mirror or as a mentor to transform themselves into a better version of themselves. Once they become a better version of themselves, they can become a better fathers, better husbands, better daughters, and as a better nation can be.
Wow, that's a very grand vision that you have mentioned. So maybe one of the final questions: if someone is sitting on the edge, they are thinking, should I jump into coaching profession or not, now or later? So any advice you would like to give it to those people who are into that thinking mode, but they have not yet taken the action?
I feel if you're sitting on the edge, I feel you should take the leap of faith, just as I took, and how it transformed myself, and how much energy now I feel within myself. Take the leap of faith, go for the free fall, and in that free fall, you will get the tools to handle the new changes that will happen in yourself. Yeah.
Wow. And of course, you will get parachute on the way so that you will land safely.
Land safely, yes.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Yes.
Become a better version of yourself. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And just to clarify, when we are talking about parachute, it's not about that coconut oil, but that parachute which will prevent your fall and help you to land safely. Yeah. Thank you, Smit. Very, very useful, very, very insightful conversation, and all the best with your health and wellness coaching final certification. You are appearing for that very soon. And I also want to tell everybody that I have been benefited immensely with Smit's coaching about me, my health, my wellness. And I remember the pillars that he gave me. I need to be aware every day about my food intake, about my water intake, about my workout, and most importantly, which I never realized so far, was sleep. That is the biggest revelation, that sleep contributes more to your health rather than anything else. So rest and renewal are no more optional. They are an integral part of your healthy lifestyle. So thank you, Smit, for that. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and have a great time ahead.